Alright, welcome back to Game Assay, or Play Assay if you watch this later on YouTube. Still here in Big Mountain, Fallout New Vegas. So I ran around, got all the sync modules and such. Although we're going to go back to some of those places, because they do have some really interesting lore. And for now, let's give people their chips. Hey you.
Oh, please tell me you brought me some coffee cups.
I don't think so. Sorry, dude. What? You don't have a chip? Alright.
Sure. Nobody wants to.
Oh, come on, dude. I got shit to do. So you? No, light switch. Upgrade holotape received. Smart lights. Int repair science. For 12 hours of exposure. Yeah.
How can I illuminate you?
Hey, God, that's awful. Oh my God, that is just a disgusting green. Oh, that's horrendous. How about you? Mood lighting, charisma, barter speech.
You've been seeing the other light switch, haven't you? Am I not enough for you anymore?
Hey now, hey.
You bet I can. I bet that's more than that other tramp can do, huh?
Wow, okay. That's better, but that's still pretty awful. Oh yeah, don't you have an extra module? Mentat Chow. Resla coil? Huh. Ooh, a recharger chip. Actually. Let's fucking get that. Super powerful recharger rifle? That's expensive. However, extremely important. Tempting. I literally can't afford that right now. Alright, whatever. I'm forking out, that's fine. There's the Lear rifle.
Well, hello. Still waiting for that seed.
Still waiting for you to get your... Hold up. That's loud. Okay. Remembered this time. Now that we're almost 5 minutes in.
It's the...
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, this is very different through headphones. Hey, you. Water purification functionality. Mini bottle converted into purified water. Neato.
You've been working with that biological research station, haven't you?
No.
I suppose you'll want to... clean up.
Dude, can I just use a different sink? One that doesn't bitch at me?
You're going to need to find yourself some empties first before I can fill them for you. Any empty bottle will do. Just not too dirty, okay? You can have as much as you like. Just, please don't put your lips on the faucet. It's so unsanitary.
Also, like, rather intimate, I'm sure. Thank you. Hey, you.
Greetings, citizen. Ready to receive seditious materials.
What's the haps?
Oh yeah. Oh, thought I had more of those.
What's the hap?
There's stuff in here. Toaster.
Yes!
Hey, you already know the world burned in nuclear fire, right?
Soon I will! What? It did?
Yep, like all over.
Really? Well, fuck! That really puts a damper on the toaster's mood.
Sorry, dude.
Oh well. No use crying over spilled Armageddon. Where was I? Oh, right. Soon the world will burn in nuclear fire! Again!
It would suck. Okay, bye now. What am I missing here? Oh, without a dock. Oh, wow.
You require some additional...
Implants. Oh my god. Cast the door damage. Speed while crouched. I'm gonna get that one. But fuck, those are expensive. Let's do an
You
example.
require some additional...
Do a level.
3 angry death claws make...
Oh, I was gonna say everything's at 25. I'm so happy, but it's not. Let's max out lockpick, I guess. Lesson learned. Lame. Fuck it. So, before we head back to them to tell them we finished their shit, actually, before we go, big dog and stuff. Oh, jukebox? No. Okay, well. Where's the medical center? So, we'll get in this room. Forget if she's still actually trapped in here. Cut out.
This is Christine Royce, Knight of the Brotherhood of Steel, the Circle. Not going to make it through this. Hope someone finds this message, gets it to the Brotherhood in the West. Tracked a rogue Brotherhood elder, Elijah, here to the Big Empty. Place is more than it seems. There's a crater hidden deep inside. Junkyard of pre-war labs scattered across the crater's surface, all still running, like this one. Elijah's dissecting these centers, one by one. Tracked him to an old Chinese-American internment camp. Survivors,
Are we being
ghouls,
watched?
have bomb collars. Robots moved in when I tried to intercept him. Elijah sent the camp ghouls against us both, like walking bombs. Got hit by the explosions, woke up here. Guess the medical robots were programmed to bring wounded victims from the camp to this center. Some kind of autodoc prototype lab, manned by corpses trapped inside suits that keep them moving. No
Ready?
idea why.
Steady.
Not sure how long I'm going to last. Cut open my head like a lot of the humans I've seen here. Feels strange. Can talk, but can't hack the term.
Really?
An explosion outside. Someone's here.
There's like 8 dogs here. What the shit? I was gonna say, did I leave God mode on? No, they are hurting me. Okay. Oh shit. Really? Goddamn, dog.
Have a stim pack.
Yeah, thank you. Take fucking 10 minutes to get up, why don't you? Jesus.
Please take this. I don't want you to die.
Me neither, Karen.
Please take this. I don't want you to die.
Oh shit. Die. Ah, really?
Stim pack.
Who let the dogs out? Goddamn.
Was that all?
Yes, Karen, that was all. It's Karen from Spider-Man Homecoming, for the record. That's the joke there. Watch this. Dead robots. Ah! Ah! Hey, that's my favorite number, number 27. Is it a fancy one, or... Alright. Bomb collars. Oh wow, that's valuable.
This one looks pretty tough.
No, he doesn't. Oh look, a graveyard. Mattresses? Hey, at least I got mattresses. Well, good job. Alright, well, we're just gonna run away then, cool. Although... I was hoping to find something interesting here. Really them blowing. Or maybe it's outside the camp. Ah! Really? Let's go there. Ooh! Hey, you guys weren't here moments ago. This is some bullshit. I actually missed that. Huh. Somebody else is shooting at me. That's doing okay on the way, I guess. Okay. Let's talk to Glenn. Because I think there's a way you can talk him out of fighting the dog, and I just want to see what that seems like. You know, Gabe is Boris's.
The lobotomite returns. What insidious plan can it have brewing in its horrid mind? What commie anti-American propaganda will it spew? Before you is the brain of Dr. Boros, head of animology, beastology, and DNA scrambling technology here at Big Mountain. I lay the bones and hearts of animals bare beneath my searing gaze, especially the dogs. I did so love dogs once. Especially Gabe, that rascal. But there are many animals to shape. Industrious cazadors, the happy-go-lucky night stalkers.
Dude, you fucking invented Cazadors?
Breathing DNA test tubes.
You're responsible for Cazadors?
Indeed. Docile.
Nope.
Curious.
Yep.
Safe.
Nope.
Sterile.
Definitely no.
They are contained here at Big Mountain to preserve DNA and for observation.
What makes you think they haven't escaped?
Because Big Mountain safety measures are far more sophisticated than their primitive animal instincts. We are their lords and masters. No, such creatures are found only here, for research purposes. They would no more be capable of escape than breeding. I cannot expect a lobotomite to understand the careful...
I'm fucking angry. Fucking hate Cazadors.
...procedures used in their creation. Perhaps a demonstration of my castrating power would settle your doubts. Impregnate you? Do you want to make me vomit inside my tank?
You don't even have a stomach. Calm down.
Motion makes the edges of my biomed gel crystallize into asymmetrical patterns.
Oh, damn. Just gonna cut him like that?
Nonsense! That is what you speak. Nonsense from beyond. I was at the top of my high school class in American high school. I knew facts. I knew figures. I knew data.
No, that's all past tense.
Know if our research was flawed. It is not. We never contradict ourselves, so do not even try. In 2000, let's see, carry the 3, then count backwards from the Great Static, or beyond, there were the tarantula debates, and something about hawks, which made it around 2003.
Oh, wow.
May, Tuesday. It was definitely Tuesday. Why are we even debating this?
Because those fucks are fuckers, okay?
No importance. Mobius besieges us. There are more important things to worry about than data and facts.
No, I'll give you data. I'm not giving you facts, though.
Indeed.
Hey.
Curious. Safe. Still.
It's the same line for the Cazadors and the Night Stalkers.
Here at Big. Submit.
Yep, I just have to get the dog. Alright, well, while we're here. Klein, questions?
Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated.
Yes.
Oh, yes, the last visitor. Well, the one just before you. Had an interesting name from some language that's almost impossible to speak. What did we speak about? Melancholy fellow. Had questions about history, but our conversation got interrupted. Twice, I believe. Once when the trains got derailed, and then a second time. Oddly enough, now that I'm accessing my databanks, I don't recall what the second time was. Mobius's incessant transmissions keep distracting me. Also, we didn't brain scrub the visitor. He may have left us some knowledge he shouldn't have. I believe, maybe. Oh, well, I'm sure it's of no consequence. I don't make many mistakes in calculation or perception, so probability favors me.
Favors what you don't remember? Alright, we're just gonna close that door.
Well, we didn't actually do it. We tried to clean up after, as always, but usually the auto dock runs on remote. But we programmed it, or Mobius did. Still, this new wrinkle with the Tesla coils in your skull was unexpected. I mean, we predicted we'd have a breakthrough eventually, but Dala knows more. She supervised your spine peel
Aye.
and the heart circumcision.
Hey.
Then dumped them both into the tanks in the sink above. Quite sanitary. Sure took her time. She always takes longer than projected with lobotomite surgeries. Not sure why.
I feel violated now.
Yes. In all probable likelihoods, yes. Possibly. That it may have gone to Mobius is merely an inkling. I don't know why, but it may be something involving the surgery code. Actually, I don't know. All I know is it misplaced itself, or it floated off. They get into robots sometimes and go on a tear. Mobius's legacy code was in the old auto dock. Yes, it fried itself after your procedure, so he couldn't tell for sure. It is unfortunate. We would have benefited from knowing how the breakthrough occurred. Even if we installed another chip, the information is lost. Yes, always leaves back doors into things. Have to keep finding them and closing them. The auto dock is now erased of his routines. It was thorough. Only Mobius would know for sure what happened with the procedure. Perhaps. Well, and your brain, of course, it would know as well.
My brain would know?
It can communicate the procedure when we examine it. It is conceivable to trace its surgical scalpel prints once we have the brain. Might take some time, but your brain has no pain nerve to scream at us.
Actually true.
Dissect it. Convenient. I detest screaming in my lab. Why does he seek our destruction? Why did he build robot scorpions with intelligence training stingers? It is because he hasn't cleaned his biogel in a long time. Clearly he's got some sort of psychological corrosion. He's mad.
You, meanwhile, are perfectly sane.
I'm not certain. Perhaps it only affects machines. If so, you may be immune. If it is chems, then we have nothing to fear. Since we are afraid, it must not be chems, and you need not fear, which means you can test it. Logical.
Okay. Well, that was illuminating, disturbing, and violating. All at once.
Sonic emitter schematics. Klein wants it, all right, boy? Let the intruder dig it up wherever you buried it.
Time
Fuck.
to fight.
No, not time to fight. No, good puppy. Stealth boy. Stealth boy.
Bad guys dealt with.
Not really. Gross. Good doggy. Good doggy. Where's the good doggy? No, no, no barking.
Prepare to be attacked by Dr. Morbius! So, you recover the sonic emitter schematic. Was it the frequency?
This one looks pretty tough.
Ah! God, he sounds like Dr. Farnsworth, Futurama.
Fighting over.
Wow, I actually got that without killing the dog.
Sleeping done. Fighting now.
No, jukebox. Jukebox?
What's that? Right on, baby. Just plug it in and I'll mix you up a sweet, sweet sound.
Oh. So what's Gabriel's bark do?
It's not like I haven't tried to get along with her. Lord knows I have. She's just such a Lucy.
Okay.
What's the haps?
Oh, I got it. Okay. As much as I hate this.
How can I illuminate you? Unlike certain other light switches, I'm competent. I'd just love to turn those lights on for you.
God, that's awful.
So, you put down Gabe.
No, I didn't.
Thank you. A scamp, but really, his highly augmented combat programming could have proved meddlesome. In any event, thank you for putting him down. One less test subject to catalog and sort. Clearly a failure of Doggy's cybo-engineering.
I guess unless the Scorpions got him, but then I didn't and Mobius did. I guess they didn't think you'd actually be able to sneak around him.
What? Why, yes, it is. I used to leave it outside his doghouse, chock full of chems, before the cybernetic modifications, of course. And no matter how chemmed the food, he would always eat it, and his tail would wag, even while I
Poisoned your dog?
Oh, I'm having the most perplexing feeling squiggling through my biogel. I can't quite pin it down.
Regret?
Why, yes. Gabe. No matter how awful my day had been, he was always waiting there. How odd. My gel is decoagulating. And when I would talk to him about Betsy, and how Marcus would beat on me and call me Smarty's sissy pats, he'd just sit there, head on my knee, and...
Oh, what a good puppy.
If you don't mind, I'll take that bowl. Just need to remove it. Put it away, somewhere out of radar range. For some reason, its similarity to the crater shape of Big Mountain is starting to fill up all available cognitive spaces. That, combined with my own overwhelming feeling of having done something terrible, the two were hitting me with unexpected force. As odd as it is, I believe that is the conclusion. And I wonder why it didn't hit me before, until I saw that memory in your hands. This sensation is unpleasant. I don't care for it. I don't care for this place either. And I feel as if we've forgotten something. Still, it is no matter. Crush the feeling down. Crush it down. Push it into the loop. Yes. Forgotten. Almost. Yes? I do not need to remember anymore. Not today.
Well, that was, depressing. Yeah.
Did you retrieve the technology? What? You did? Your survival, let alone success, barely registered in my projections. Now, all I need to do is check my transmission databank. Mobius is always filling it up with his psychotic calls. Oh yes, there's the schematics, just like you said. How truthful. Yes, yes. Yes,
Well?
No, I mean yes. You just need to analyze these technologies for a moment. They are extremely advanced, you know?
Do you even know what they do?
I know how these technologies work. Of course I know. If you remember, we described them in clearly abstract, contradictory statements before. Why would we do that if we weren't certain on how to use them? Yes, so let me,
Oh boy, I get to teach it to him. Look, the antenna focuses brainwave patterns, right?
Yes, that's what I believe I said.
And the suit's a cardiac regulator, and the sonic frequency is a spinal vibrator. What?
I've got it.
Oh, hi, Kitty.
Cardiac regulator in the suit, the antenna for brain waves, and the sonic frequency for the vertebral nerves.
I'm waiting for you to draw a conclusion.
I'm thinking. This is all very complicated. Let me check something. Of course.
Those lips are really creepy.
The override sequence to open the Forbidden Zone door is hidden in the schematics. Well, not hidden. It's actually right there, behind the programming equivalent of coffee stains. It's embedded in what seems to be recursive code. It's badly commented there and there. Oh, and null pointers very sloppy, Mobius. You see, using the antenna to boost the emitter's sonic frequency and the stealth suit to bypass the Forbidden Zone lock. Yes, that could work. Was that my plan? It must have been. Sometimes I truly surprise myself. The door is open. And now, Mobius will get his.
Those items seem a little more biologically focused than that.
Biological? Ridiculous. I mean, technically, these items could all be used to put you back together once you had your brain. But for now, they can be used in the name of aggression. The door should be unsealed. Now, instead of being subjected to threats, we can now send an equally threatening message to Mobius. And that message is science. Deliver this message, and Big Mountain shall be freed from Mobius's reign of terror. You can go now. That's your cue.
No, we didn't go over this. I didn't get a script. What else we got here? No. I'm gonna get a little completionist on this DLC. Normally be like, okay, we're done. But this one's fun. No, it'll actually go to the key. Cool. Shipment of dogs for the Cyberbot experiment, but wait, well, frankly, I think our supplier screwed us. These animals are basically feral. Every time we get close to the shipping kennels, they let out the most god-awful hissing and, well, rattling. Oh, goddamn. Ah, I'll get back. So, at Dr. Richard's request, we opened one of those kennels for our latest shipment. The dog appeared to be suffering from truly horrendous case of mange. Upon being released, it immediately attacked, killed, and attempted to swallow whole Specialist Acres. Luckily, the situation has, for now, at least contained itself, as SPC Acres is a very large man, and the creature choked itself to death. Oh boy. Does anyone know anything about this? Please advise. In light of a large number of fatalities due to the latest shipment of experimental test subjects, the shipping department is going into lockdown. I give you my personal assurance that as soon as this plague of monsters has been dealt with, I'll work overtime to get your deliveries to you in a timely and efficient manner. Oh, fuck. As I am currently the only surviving member of the shipping department, however, there may still be some delays. Until then, Dr. Callus and X-13 has the pass card for the area. Oh, god damn it. And walking. Just to check.
Sneaking done. Fighting now. That's right.
Look how many fucking energy cells that is.
Sneaking done. Fighting.
Ah! Damn.
That guy is dealt with. This one looks pretty tough.
This is the pre-recorded voice of your pre-recorded
God damn it.
Dr. Principal Boros.
Can I at least hack the turrets this time? Damn it. Why does it feel like such a long walk?
Just kidding.
Rude.
Was that all?
Well, studying abominations created at the Big Mountain has granted you a damage against Night Stalkers. Neato. Got the other one for Cazadors too. Fucking hate Cazadors. Fuck. I smell landmines. That was a plasma shot from behind, however. Oh, alright. Oh. Oh, never mind. Oh!
Injecting stim pack.
Oh wow, that thing is fucking me up. You in a frenzy or what? Thank you. Damn.
Mickey, turn off your Pip-Boy light. That's all.
That's a lot of psycho. So much psycho, I'm currently over encumbered.
This one looks pretty tough.
God damn, how the fuck am I supposed to get there? I have to get there from the Forbidden Zone. Oh fuck it, we'll go to Forbidden Zone then. Oh. Let's go lighten the load first. So they did surgery on me and just left me outside? It's fucked up.
Might I be of service?
You might. Damn it. Not that way, though.
Might I be of service?
Oh yeah. Should put that away somewhere.
This one looks pretty tough.
Ow!
Fighting over. Ready, steady, fighting. That's all.
This is a pre-recorded attack message indicating my desire to commit violence on you.
Is this the entry? I hope not.
This one looks pretty tough.
Yes, Karen. Yes, it does.
An intruder is here. I'm certain of it.
Cessation of hostilities complete.
Oh.
Ready, steady, fighting. Fighting over. Are we being watched?
Yes, yes we are, by a giant robotic scorpion. Yeah, I thought so. Please no.
Time to fight.
Fuck.
This will keep you on your feet.
Okay, I seriously need some right away.
Have a stim pack.
Thank you, Karen.
That's all.
Is it healing? I fucked up.
Nobody ever notices me, but they notice the Pip-Boy light.
That's a good point, Karen. That's a good point. Good save. This music is not fitting. I don't think I... No, I did get that one.
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
Uh-oh.
That's all.
Definitely haven't gotten this one. Oh, lovely. Broadcasting. That was easy.
Is this thing on? This is Mobius. Dr. Mobius. We're initiating some kind of emergency test shutdown. In 5, 4, as in forbidden. 3, as in tree. 2, as in two protists. 1, as in none. Overlord, the emergency overload is initiating.
I'm pretty sure it blows up. Okay, I guess not. Wow, if you don't have maxed out science, that's a rough fight. Because, yeah, that was a very hard terminal. Alright, Mobius. The fuck? Fuck is he? Oh, that's right. This fucking shit. Severe mentat shortage. This dude really needs more mentats around. Just can't. Just, how are you gonna function with that? Oh, toaster. Yes, yes, Karen, I have the light on. Trust me when I say it's not gonna be a big deal. There he is. Hey, you, broken mirror.
Oh, hello there. You are there, aren't you? Forgive my confusion. So hard to tell these days. You seem familiar somehow. I'm guessing you're here for your brain, perhaps?
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
up there. Such a nice brain.
Wow, dude.
Very bright. Little hard to see you. Can you walk into my left, right FOV cone? Ah, that's it. You're coming into focus nicely.
Surrender, I don't want to fight you.
Oh, well, that's good. Were we supposed to fight? I certainly don't feel violent, but, well, these contraptions make it hard to tell.
You aren't exactly what I was expecting.
Really? That implies preconceived notions, theories, and a hypothesis about this meeting? Please extrapolate. What was I supposed to be like? After all, it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical Mobius is better than I.
Listen, just don't want my brain back.
Do you? You seem fine without it. And does it even want to go back with you? Maybe you should ask it. It's quite independent, has all manner of opinions.
Not really?
Tell you what, I'll leave it up to your brain. If it wants to go, then fine. If not, well, you should respect its wishes.
Speaking of respect...
No.
I can fix your monitor, but if you're getting ghost... I can't fix your monitor, but if you're getting ghost reception, I can fix that.
The ghosts aren't real? That changes everything. Why, I can save my computing power for other perceptual impossibilities. Please be my guest. The receptor is there, and the side-switching wobbly bob, just turn that. Good, good, better. Oh, yes, that feels wonderful.
Don't fucking sunjaculate, dude.
This is even better than my afternoon mentats break.
Why'd you steal my brain?
Oh, a variety of reasons. You're something of a homily. Anomaly? You're really quite special, and not in the cranially challenged way. You see, you are the most successful brain extraction experiment ever performed here at Big Mountain. A victim of your own success, as it were. If you were to go back with what your brain knows about the procedure, well, your brain could be popped back in and you could walk right out of here. Can't have brains moving around of their own volition.
Yes, you can. Why is that a problem?
I'm not sure, except that I'm sure there's a very good reason for it. I have very good reasons for almost everything I do. Even if I forget them occasionally. Although I feel this one is especially important. Oh, well.
I have some curiosity.
I find things curious as well.
What's the deal with the roll with scorpions?
Well, every scientist needs an army. Mine came to me after these rather large scorpions kept coming in from the desert, like poisonous frosting. How scary, I thought. But they had survived when nothing else had. Perfect candidates for improvement as a reward for their tenacity. Then I thought, what if they shot energy bolts and acted as walking eyes and data-drained computers and acted as bullhorns? Then I made them bigger. Then I thought about custard. I do so love custard. Or was it mustard? Mustard custard.
Ew.
I miss sugars and salts.
Ew, mustard custard? That's disgusting. You don't seem aggressive. Why broadcast threats to the think tank, dude?
Oh, I was probably tripping hard on Psycho when I sent that. Had to work myself up to it. Not usually violent, except when I am. Then, watch out! So many chems, such varieties. Whenever I take mentats, I can feel my entire chassis breathe like a big spherical lung.
You got a couple of habits there, bro.
As for the Psycho, sometimes get the chem dispositories in my tank all switched up. Go in the wrong tube. Still, served its purpose.
Which was?
Did I? Maybe I did. Can't have them leaving. Some reason for it. Ethics or, conscience? You and your brain are quite alike. I'm sure it knows the reasons better than I do.
So I forgot to click on the line. It suggests, like, I think you just had the Robo-Scorpions to keep the think tank busy, dude. Everything Nunn told me doesn't add up. Your plan, give it the name, Mobius?
Dr. Mobius. Rather catchy, isn't it? It's my name, and my new name overwrote the old one. This name's as real as you or I. Although I believe your brain expressed similar incredulity at the nature of such an appellation. Someone's been watching too many old-world science fiction movies, it said. I believe it meant me.
It did.
I must admit I have a vulnerability for holotape fantasies of planets and robots and all that is forbidden. As for the name I was born with, Like the think tank, we were all reprogrammed to forget them, take on new names. It enforces the recursion loop in our perception programming.
You're programmed with recursion loop, like to trap the processors? Recursion loops are infinite loops that keep going forever.
Now,
If you didn't know that.
is a rather harsh word, like excrement. Not an inappropriate word, but still rather harsh. But, yes, I did take some liberties with their programming. It's all right, they don't remember. I said...
Because that makes it okay.
Until you said trap, and then I said excrement, and then...
Sorry, phone's dying. Why?
The radar fence to keep the think tank hemmed in wasn't really enough. They keep testing things. They would have found a way to disarm it.
Fair enough.
I suspect I have Plan 9s in place, but I may have coded myself to forget them, just in case. They're probably very dangerous, lethal, or worse. So I had to do something else to keep them occupied here. Or as you like to say, trapped. I prefer to have several Plan 9s in case the 7s fail.
Klein, Mobius, Zero's a circle, 8's an infinity symbol, they're all loops. I get it.
Oh, you figured it out. No pun intended.
You intended that.
Dr. O, which is actually not his real name multiplied, since you can't multiply his real name in the first place. Ouroboros, Klein, they have all forgotten themselves.
Not sure what Dala's deal is then.
Not only themselves, but the world, sense of time and history. All that is left is what's here. I reprogrammed their chronometers, geometers, and cartography programs. This is now their world, here, Big Mountain. It was a merciful lobotomy, really, thinking back. They were my friends, but sometimes they would take things too far.
No shit. Tarantula Hawks.
Isn't ready for that kind of too far thing taking. That's my professional opinion, anyway. And I am told I was once quite professional.
A minor detail, but a snake devouring its own tail is Ouroboros, not Ouroboros. Am I really just gonna, well, actually, alright.
Really? It is so unlike me to make an error in anything I do.
Okay, if you lobotomize them, why terrorize them?
Well, it's simple. Despite their many failings, they are rather bright. They are the think tank for a reason. That I didn't change. Without something to distract them, make them afraid, they would simply deduce what had happened. And when they start deucing it up, then you came along, the final variable solved. They saw that their world was larger than they perceived. Bacteria, finally able to see its host.
There must have been other signs.
There have been other visitors to make them doubt their perceptions, but you are the one who dialed back their monitor micromagnifiers. You were irrefutable proof that there was a world outside. And then there was the whole brain fiasco, which forced me to take steps. See, your brain had a special kind of wrinkle.
From being shot in the head.
That they had never thought to try in all their countless escape attempts.
A cranial injury from the attack outside Goodsprings.
Yes, very good. I should have Mentats ingest you instead of the other way around.
That's quite sweet, though.
Mentats. In any event, you showed up at the think tank, and because you had suffered a cranial injury in just the right place, bullets in the head are usually much more fatal.
and yours was a light case of bullet headitis. But it was enough for the autodock in the sink to change its programming to fix the problem. And the brain extraction technology for once worked. That gave the think tank the knowledge its brains couldn't possess. With that knowledge, the procedure can be reversed.
Ooh.
If they obtain that procedural data, they can use it to mush and modify their cranial selves into hosts to slip past the radar fence. I'm sure of it. And once they're off the reservation...
That's race. I think that's racist. Just, oh well. Klein said they had the idea to get 3 technologies after the broadcast. Coincidence?
I consider coincidence to be profanity, along with the words astrology, herbal tea, and luck. So watch it, potty mouth. My threat broadcast is designed to instill and install fear. And along with the emotional download, other data rides the fear carrier wave. It prompted them to focus on retrieving those technologies and bring them to attack me. And coincidentally, pardon my language, all those technologies are needed to put a brain, your brain, back into its skull properly.
Or to put their brains into any skull.
Oh, that means my plan is a total failure. That is unfortunate. Oh well, at least I tried. The X2 antenna can be used to focus your alpha wave frequency thought patterns. The sneaky suit? Why, it houses a cardiac regulator. And the sonic sound wave projecto emitter was never intended as a weapon. It was a medicinal vertebrae pulse desensitizer. In short, brains, a heart, and courage. Spine. I think there was a story once where a band of murderous thugs sought these things. They had them all the time in the story. Didn't stop them from murdering to get them. And it won't stop the think tank either. Yes, my overly aggressive cammed-up broadcast was designed to keep reinforcing the forget, fear, rinse, and repeat program. Oh, and the get me the things to castrate your only possible escape attempt. But I couldn't delete you or your arrival any more than I could the other visitors. Only so much science can do when you started talking to them.
Oops.
You're really quite difficult to ignore, you know. It's because you're, well, rather intriguing, if you'll forgive an old brain for saying so.
Sure.
Indeed. The goodbye part of our little chat, then. Goodbye. Please mind the equations on the floor.
Ooh, hypography. Neat. Oh, a level. I keep neglecting barter. I should probably get this one, actually. Alright, get ready for some trippy shit. You.
Well, look who finally dragged themselves in.
Oh, hi, Stewie.
And where have we been? Crawling through pits of radioactive muck again?
No. Why does my brain sound so masculine? Well, I never thought of that.
Ah, well, as to that, you'd be surprised how hard a feminine-sounding voice modulator is to find in the Forbidden Zone. It's not as though brain-sustaining life support tanks grow on trees. I had to take what I could get.
There's like 5 more.
Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie?
Yes, I would like a cookie. Give me a fucking cookie, you fuck. Why are you such a dick?
Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, a, quote, dick, unquote. As if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Hmm? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment?
You better be more respectful.
Oh, had I? What exactly will you do if I don't? Not put me back in that cranial dungeon you call your head? Heavens forbid.
Once you're back in my head, I'll watch television. Lots and lots of television.
You wouldn't. That's inhuman.
It's literally not. I would, and I'd follow it up with an alcohol and anteater nectar cocktail every night.
You're a monster. A deranged, self-destructive monster.
Anywho. Don't you want to be reunited? I thought you'd be happy to get back in my head.
I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing.
You'd rather sit here?
From my perspective, here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions.
You've still got biological functions.
You know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you.
What about the good things? You know, cool breeze on your cheek, the smell of food, love.
Overrated biological feedback. Believe me, you only feel that way because you've got all that meat. Oozing hormones.
Excuse me, most of the hormones are located in the brain. Where's that option? I don't have intelligence high enough. I'm tempted. Isn't it just as true that you only feel this way because you're lacking those hormones? Duh.
I suppose you're right. That does call certain assumptions into question, doesn't it?
Yeah. I know there's an option to point out that, yo, the hypothalamus inside the brain is responsible for most of those hormones. Whatever. So we're at an impasse.
Indeed. Quite the conundrum. How do you suppose we resolve it?
Cave in and give in to what I want.
I suppose there might be some advantage to that, yes. There's a chance that the reintegration would create some improved synergy between us.
Okay, hold on. How the hell did you get hold of my brain?
After the think tank extracted me from your skull, they fell to bickering amongst themselves. I'm sad to say we were quite forgotten about.
That sounds like them.
Saw an opportunity to gain some leverage and had me spirited away to his dome.
How do you manage that?
I don't know. I'm afraid the trauma of our separation rendered me quite insensate. I didn't come around until I was safely ensconced in this tank. I'm quite sure whatever he did was highly scientific, though. Hardly. Dr. Mobius keeps a close optical sensor on the goings-on at the think tank. As soon as he saw the opportunity, he took it.
So what do you say, Brain? Join me for more wild adventures?
Well, I suppose you've convinced me well enough. I'll rejoin your body if that's your final decision. Unfortunately, before we get to that stage of the proceedings, we have a problem.
Oh boy.
Even if I could settle myself back in your skull and reconnect all those pesky nerve endings, Dr. Mobius doesn't have the tools here. We would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share.
But they promised they would.
And you believe them? Really? I know you were recently deprived of my fabulous advice, but... Really? Once I'm delivered into their clutches, they'll find a way past the radar fence and the whole Mojave will be their playground. And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't take a fancy to our body and decide to slip his own brain into it instead.
You're part of me, and I know you don't want to let that happen any more than I do.
Well, I suppose I do miss those endorphin rushes when we save the day. All right, what's the plan?
Charisma. Think Tank won't hold up their bargain. We'll make them.
Right. Look out, Think Tank. This brain is coming out of its jar. I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the Think Tank took from us. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem. Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
I bet no one has ever been as unnoticed as me.
No, I wouldn't say that, Karen. Oh, that's right. Hardcore parkour. I think that's the exit.
I love bugs so much. I just kill myself.
You require some additional services?
Whoops.
You require some additional... Well... You require some additional...
Swap body parts. Cardiac arrest perk. Your heart is back in your body, but some advanced technologies remain. You're less resistant to poison. Robots are only somewhat confused by you. Hey, healing chems are twice as effective. Fucking sweet.
You require some additional services? Rightly so, I should think. Alright then, let me just fire up the old interface for you.
Whoops. Oh. Nice. Save point. Pop some mentats. Please don't get addicted. Oh boy, they're upset. I'm gonna make you turn around just to be a dick.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
You may have noticed the pacification field is down. Guess what happens now? I think that fights immediately. Alright then. Follow my brain, and now you and I are going to settle things.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
Wait, did I actually install the brain?
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
Oh god, so doing it. You think I am the lobotomite? No, for in my skull houses the brain of Mobius.
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. There's no way Mobius would condescend to step inside you. Besides, there's no way such a thing could be accomplished. It's impossible.
Well, this one's 100, so I assume I get more for this. Nothing is impossible for science. Mesons, lasers, atoms, brainwaves are all at my command.
You speak the truth. And the decibel variation in your voice, it is Mobius. How dare you breach the think tank? And what do you want here?
I offer a deal. Stay here, stay put, and I'll let you live.
That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond the crater, filled with ideas and possibilities. We could have escaped, seen it all for ourselves, tested it, prodded at it, made it squirm.
What, really? I will permit you to do this for me.
Partner with you? My foe? My rival? My foremost critic? I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How odd. Very well, partner. The think tank...
That worked.
As long as you do not destroy us.
I love to hear you breathe.
Good to have you back, Dala. And outro time.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The Courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The Courier had scoured much of the Big Empty, although secrets still remained in the crater's depths. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
But it says that no matter what.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better Scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him over much. Once the rush of Mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The Biological Research Station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior
wow.
with the vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magneto-hydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the big empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other sink personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except, he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind Dio Jefferson eventually discovered a new sound. Silence. It only made him more filled with the blues than before. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names much too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses.
Oh, nice.
Releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
Just like Rex.
The infiltration program in X-13 continued to scan for the subject and the stealth suit prototype long after the test was over. Frustrated and unable to find its lost technology, X-13 expanded its network of laser tripwires, sensors, and robo-brains out across Big Mountain. This glittering blue light-beam forest cleanly bisected anything that entered its depths, slicing them into small, segmented parts for easy disposal.
The courier, organs intact.
He sounds way too much like Stewie.
A little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein, think tape, remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond. although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, Old World Blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves.
Yeah, this is getting kind of long.
Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The Sync sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
There's actually two, but whatever. Lost the brainless perk. Big brained perk. Your brain is back in your body, but some of the advanced technologies remain. Your head still can't be crippled, sweet. But you're only 10% more resistant to chem addiction. Surprisingly, your damage threshold is improved by 10%. Yo, chill. Oh, that's you. You chill. Okay, whatever. Alright, let's go to Elijah's watch. Book shoot.
Greetings, citizen.
Couldn't stay away, could you? Yeah, I knew you'd be back.
You took care of them brains pretty good, baby. Nice. I love...
Alright, let's sell some stuff first, because I'm heavy.
In the assumption that matters with the think tank had been satisfactorily concluded vis-a-vis your residence in this domicile.
Well, let's get some ammo out of you then. Whoops. Did that just cancel? Oh, I just accepted it. God damn it. Alright, whatever. You, give me an implant.
I trust matters are...
Increase speed while crouched. Wow, that's pretty good. Okay. You know what? I think I'll leave this stuff here. I think it's gonna be my new house. Instead of Lucky 38, because that place is kind of annoying. I'll put Dr. Klein's glove in there. Oh wow, I'm still really heavy. Perception, agility versus crit chance. Oh, but that looks so good, though. Fuck it. We're putting it away.
Don't you like me anymore?
Yeah, but... Sorry. I got an aesthetic to work on here. I think you have to be outdoors to use the transportal ponder. And away! Oh, come on. That's just lame. Oh, it's gone. Ah. Random shooting? Oh, that's right. I'm out here too. All the places. Oh my god. Alright. Well, I think that's plenty for one episode. Finished up. Big empty. Although, did I ever get to Jacobstown? I kind of want to go to Jacobstown. Oh well. Nope, yeah, we're done for this episode. I'll walk to Jacobstown, and that's where we'll start the next episode, and then we'll do Sierra Madre. My favorite DLC, my least favorite DLC. It's so ridiculous. Okay, laters.